Welcome back, everybody, for round two, our second semifinal of today's league finals for the MTGPL Discord. And, we got a fun one today. This is the next matchup with Bass. I was going to say the whole thing. He goes by Bass, everybody. He is on Goblins. Bass is known for Goblins. He's taken down a tournament with Goblins. Goblins. It's his deck. He knows it, and he's good with it versus Chaman, who is one of our previous league finals from last season, rockin' Pox.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah, that Dino Pox back, man.
dude,
Jurassic Park 2 up in here.
I am so hyped for this matchup. There's nothing like Swamp, Dark Ritual, Rotting Regisaur, pass. Just like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how what Bass can do about these, dinosaurs, right? I mean, we got dinosaurs versus the little green men today, so
The
hey,
angry
we will
little
see.
green men. Yeah, like I love this deck. So, I obviously Goblins. It's amazing. Goblins has been the default one of the best decks in the meta here. I wrote about it last season, and with it taking number one spot with the most played decks in the meta. I wrote about it
Mhm.
this season at the middle of the season update, saying how this is the deck you have to be prepared for. If you are not running Play Engineer in your main, you need to be, because you will run into this deck. And Monster CC, thank you for the follow, buddy. Really
Hey,
appreciate it.
yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, this deck is so good, and with the inclusion of Muxus Grand DD, this deck is explosive,
Oh
and
yeah.
this is a really strong deck. Locky putting in Muxus is so good. I've lost this deck so many times now. Like, it is just so freaking good with the inclusion of Muxus.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
to add to that, right? I mean, you had mentioned that you said it was basically the deck to beat in our meta, and I mean, you can actually see like it is actually you could even say Boss himself has highly influenced our meta here on the Legacy Discord. We've seen a lot more fast combo just coming out just because of all, just this um this onslaught of goblins that has come and just taken our Discord
oh
hostage
yeah.
basically.
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's so good because of the fact that it plays the aggro game very effectively, but it also grinds so well now because the ringleader refills your hand, everything replaces itself. It has all the removal in the world, and honestly, like this deck is just so good now. And I would go as far as say Goblins is tier 1. If you don't have a game plan against Goblins, you need to.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's here, right? It's here in the semis.
oh yeah, and like I played a game against Goblins. Shout out to Frosty on the Discord if you're here, Frosty. Hey, great game against you playing Goblins, and I wiped their board twice. I wiped Frosty's board twice. Also, I they were able to play through two Plague Engineers and a Pernicious Deed. Like
Insane.
like it just refills so fast and it's so effective, and like honestly it's crazy. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't deal with 7/6 trampling. Oh no, sorry, it's not a trampler. A 7/6 on turn one.
That's
And
true.
Rotting Regisaur is just so good, and honestly you need 6 goblins in order to kill a Rotting Regisaur with the munitions expert or a gem palm incinerator, which is a one of in the deck right now. But
Ooh,
like,
we are seeing the strongest turn one play potentially in Aether Vial here. So good start.
Aether Vial really allows the deck to not only leverage the powerful cards like Matron, Pile Driver for surprise, as Pro Blue blocks, and like Crater Maker to just dome things, but like honestly, where I would like to see Goblins in this matchup specifically is just with the Lackey. Though actually, Aether Vial survives through what's called Poxes, so that's not a
Very
bad deck to
true.
play. It's a very strong play in this matchup. And once again, these are open deck lists. So each player knows what they are playing against.
That's very
And,
true. Yeah.
and having the Vial, I think that is definitely definitely a strong play for Bass. the Vial fake out. Do I got the
Yep.
Lackey? Do I?
Well,
But
maybe now. It's very possible that Boss just drew a lackey, but now it's at 2, so I guess we'll see, right?
yeah. So this is one of the things about the deck though that is important and has been brought up numerous times when it comes from a really good, really efficient goblin players like Eli Goings. Bass has said it before. Or the deck really doesn't have much when it comes to red sources directly. The deck only runs looks like 4 mountains and
Cavernous
two.
Souls.
Yeah, Cavernous Souls. Yeah, it's 4 mountains and 2 Badlands. That's it. So that's 6 red sources that can cast your goblins. Maybe if you include the 4 Cavernous Souls, it's 10. But yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and we
mean,
see him.
oh yeah, him to Torak, one of my favorite Magic cards of all time. Let's see how Boss responds to this. Are we going to see the Goblin put out through the vial?
Oh yeah, I
I
think you
mean, that
have
would
to
be
if you have a
ideal,
two
right?
drop, because then there's a chance that you lose value. But the weakness of this deck sometimes is just it just doesn't have the red mana to cast its gobos.
Yeah.
But like this is
That's also once again why Aether Vial is so powerful, right? This hand would have basically been unkeepable without it, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
I've had blowouts where I've kept just non-basic lands or colorless lands, vial hands getting my vial countered, and that's that. But once again, with the having open deck lists, it really allows these sorts of lines where it's like, well, you know what? I know you're not playing permission, so okay, sure, I'll keep this greedy hand, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and looks like the hymn's gonna resolve without the activation.
Yeah, it looks like there's no two drop to be found.
3 and 5, 2, 3 and 5. What we got? What we got? Oh, munitions expert and also the hey, is that a goblin crater maker? Yeah, that's two drops.
Maker, yeah.
Didn't want to violin the crater maker. Oh man, I think he was going off hoping that he wouldn't hit the 2 drops, but he hit both of the 2 drops.
Whoa.
Oh my.
Imbertorak, messed up Magic card.
Oh
Good
my
work on
god.
that one.
I I still think they should have printed it into modern with Modern Horizons. I thought that would be. I think that would be great. Yeah, keep the threes in hands is the good. Yeah, because the threes are very powerful. And
Mhm.
port again on upkeep. Let's see what we got here. And is Chaman's crew in the chat?
Oh, I
Uh,
saw a couple coming out to represent. Ooh, well, get hyped for this because we are seeing the dinosaur itself.
yeah, Rotting Regisaur. Rotting Regisaur is so powerful. He's got 5 cards in hand, and Pox doesn't care if something's in their graveyard. Mick, and I agree. Like it would be powerful, in modern 8 rack, but I mean, I think 8 rack deserves some time in the sun. In the sun, 8 rack. If 8 rack was as a solid tier 1 deck in modern, I think that'd be good for modern. It's better than like dying on turn 3 to Urza. Actually, actually, I don't know. I don't know the modern meta.
Yeah,
uh,
I'm
uh, uh,
notice I'm not saying a lot about
yeah,
it.
no, I have no
I'm
idea the
gonna
modern
keep
meta.
it zipped for now.
I legacy only over here, dog. Yeah, and looks like yeah, what's in Bass's hand? He's got to have something. I'm so confused. I'm with you on that one, Chris. Like I have no idea what's in his hand, and I would love to know.
Whatever it is, it's gonna need to block Goblin or Rotting Regisaur.
Yeah, and this rotting register, that's a fast clock.
Yes, it is.
Not to mention what else Chama may have in hand. And it looks like there was an Herbor discarded to that upkeep rotting register because you don't need to give
Who
your
needs
opponent
it?
more black mana. Yeah. Well, yeah. Clara, I agree with you. If he flips Muxus, yeah, but like, oh,
That's gonna be a little harder.
keeping a hand that like against Pox because he knows the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Wow. Only 3 cards in hand, huh?
yeah. All right, which one is he keeping?
I mean, Pox just doing its thing.
Pox is doing his thing
We love to see it.
for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one he keeps, and he discards. Yeah, there goes the Muxus. Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, you called it. You called it, like he had the Muxus. He was counting on flipping it over when he had 6 lands, and oh,
Yeah, Boss knows more than anybody, or that if you flip a
ooh,
Muxus onto the field, that's pretty much game. But wow, Liliana Last Hope is also going to be really good
uh,
against these goblins.
this is a beating of a card. This is one of the cards that Goblins never likes to see. In fact, I moved it back into my main board back when I was playing Nick Fit just because of
Hmm.
Goblins. I was like, I
Yeah.
I need more help. Yeah,
Well, and I mean, obviously, Shaman knows what you're talking about as well, right? I mean, bringing these cards to deal with goblins and elves, all these tribal
oh,
things. I mean, Liliana's good against elves as well, good against any Aether Vial deck.
yeah, and elves is really prolific in our meta as well. Before 12 post came in and just kicked it out of the number one combo spot, it was the number one combo spot in the meta, and
Right.
rightly so. I mean, we got some really good elves players in the house here, and like honestly, Allosaurus Shepherd's such a good card.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing.
it's so good. It's so freaking good. You can just win the game from nowhere. It's like, I'll just green suns for one and just kill you with a bunch of 5/5s I create off of one guy's cradle.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
All
And
right, so it looks like Boss is down real close to death here. Look at 6.
yeah,
That's just one more swing.
yeah, Mike. Like, yeah, like honestly, Shepard really makes the deck. And yeah, I don't know what's happened here with goblins, but his hand has been ripped apart, and I think he's just drawn a lot of lands. He needs a
Yeah,
ringleader badly.
I mean, double him to Torok is good enough to beat anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially when there's no veils in either of the 75s. Oh yeah. It is yeah. But yeah, like so good. And Mike, you just bought a third Gaia's as right now? Wow.
Nice.
Last I saw, that card was expensive, but good on you,
Well,
mate. Good on
I
you.
mean, as Reed Duke said, right? I mean, Gaia's
Oh, third
Cradle is
shepherd, third shepherd,
probably,
third shepherd. My bad.
hey,
Uh,
still super powerful. But like I was saying, as Reed
yeah.
Duke said, right? I mean, in Elves, Gaia's Cradle is probably the best card in Legacy, right?
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I, I can agree with that.
In the third in the in the deck that it exists, there's no card that's more important, and it is the one card you never want to see, and that's an eliminate for the pile driver, and that's
Oh,
a
and that's
scoop.
GG. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to bring this up as an important talking point when it comes to Pox, though, because there's a difference between the last time that Chapman was on here is that eliminate was not a card yet,
And
and
Eliminate is amazing. I am so
oh my
glad to see
god.
that being brought out. And having those 3 in the main deck is a testament to how powerful that card is, especially in this Pox archetype.
Oh yeah, being able to not only kill something like Goyf, what's called, Goyf, Delver, Dreadhorde Arcanist, or any of the Goblin effects, but also
Yes.
killing things like Oko, which Mono Black,
Liliana,
Liliana, all these cards that Mono Black never had an answer to now has an answer to, and even for decks like Grixis, this is an amazing answer for Grixis, and I honestly think that
certainly
this
is.
helps out cards, even decks like Grixis Delver. But
Hmm.
let's go to the sideboarding here, and
Yeah, lay it on me.
so Bass is gonna be on the play for this one, and we got two Chalice of the Void, one Digger's Cage, one Lightning Bolt, one Pithing Needle, one Pyroblast, one Red Elemental Blast, one Relic of Genesis, two Surgical Extractions, one Goblin Trashmaster, two Mindbreak Trap, and two Pyrokinesis. What do you like here?
Well, unfortunately for Boss, I think I'm not seeing a lot of things that are sticking out immediately, right? I mean, is there
So
anything that's really sticking out for you?
100% pyrokinesis snap board in because of the fact that it is a answer to Plague Engineer. If because you have to remember, Goblin's main removal is in the form of either or the Crater Maker, the Munitions Expert, or the Gem Palm Incineration, and two of these effects require a certain amount of goblins on the field in order to
Right.
kill a Plague Engineer. And
That's very true.
so
I hadn't thought
having
about the counterplay of actually already having the post board. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things that, Chalice, you're already playing against a prison deck, you don't want that in. That's for the combo matchup. Graph Diggers, I don't care because they're not a reanimator deck. I can
Hmm.
definitely see the Pithing Needle as well because Lily Last Hope is just such a beating.
Yep. Yeah,
Like,
that's very true. That's very true. These anti-goblin cards in general, yeah, you're gonna need to put a stop to them for sure.
yeah, and a one of Trash Master just because it also not only does it help protect against Plague Engineer, but it
Hmm.
also does help beat up things that any sort of artifacts, which doesn't look like this is the type of Pox deck that runs artifacts, so you can't really count.
No.
But for Dino Pox, we have
Yes.
three extra pate, two bitter blossoms, two sorcerer spyglasses, two engineered plague, one lily last hope, two plague engineers, and three ley line of the void. What do you like here?
Well, I like most of these things, right? I mean, obviously, Shaman came to party with these anti um, tribal cards. So, I mean, obviously, I love the anti tribal cards. I love the engineered plague. I love the plague engineer. I mean, those are certainly coming in for me. And the second Liliana Last Hope, I think, is
That's
incredible as
actually the
well.
third lily last hope. There's two in the main.
Oh yes,
So
Ooh,
I
the
I would
third.
I would honestly cut things like for Lily of the Veil because the Edict effect is not nearly against a good against decks that has
That go wide. Yeah,
What's his name? War Marshal that have
yeah,
the echo costs. I could definitely
yeah.
see going down for Lily the Veil, going up for the plague effects, and adding another Lily Last Hope in for something probably like the Lily Triumph or something like that, because you don't want to trade
Sure.
two mana for a token. So
Yeah, or just cut a land. Who knows?
yeah, this
But
is
yeah, I agree. That's really really insane.
honestly, Jaman really came to play. Came here knowing
Hmm.
this is gonna be my hard matchup in this tournament. Because let's be real here, Bass is probably like a 60% in this matchup. I like no offense to Dinopox or anything like that. Dinopox really goes into effect where their wastelands are effective and things like Lily of the Veil they can ride to victory. So things like Delver that are presenting one threat at a time. But things like go wide decks or even combo decks, which Goblins has pretty much become a creature combo deck. Let's be real here. Muxus has given it some of the fastest kills it has ever been possible the entire time the deck has ever been in creation.
Yeah, I
So,
can agree with that.
so because of that, Lily of the Veil just doesn't trade up as much as you want to, especially since they refill their hand so efficiently. So this has got to be a hard matchup for it. So honestly, I could see him bringing in sideboarding in these effects because putting these effects in the sideboard simply because this match is just so hard for him to deal with.
Hmm.
But that's just my rant about Dino Pox. I don't know much about Pox, but like
I
I have
mean, it's here. Obviously, it's the real deal, and this is a back-to-back semifinals that it's made it to. So, I mean, it certainly has legs. And obviously, shout outs to Shaman for just being a master of this deck, right? I mean,
yeah
it's never really just the deck, right? It's always the player behind it.
yeah. Charvel bringing up Goblin Recruiter, the one banned card from Goblins simply because it's just so powerful. And what's wild is Goblin Recruiter has actually resurfaced in Vintage in the like Vintage Goblin decks because of Conspicuous Snoop is good in that format.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, and we
And
see.
it looked like Shaman actually mulliganed down to 5, so he was
Oof.
definitely digging for these anti goblins cards. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, has to have been because honestly, you're not gonna win the matchup without it. Yeah, and oof,
Ooh, so what are you taking here? I'm probably taking
I'm
Lackey.
Lackey, 100%. He didn't lead with the
Yeah.
Lackey. You have to take the Lackey now, because
Hmm.
if not, you're gonna end up with a Muxus in your face that's just been top decked.
Yep, you're gonna regret it for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I think I agree with you. I think Chaman definitely went down just for the plague effect.
Hmm.
But that being said, Bass did lead off on one of his strongest starts in the deck, but I mean, just having a Goblin War Chief and some lands in hand is not the best, especially when one of those lands is a Wasteland, which won't convert here. It might convert. It's got a Castle, Lock Thwain, Mishra's Factory, and Urborg, as well as a Blast
Yeah,
Bit.
yeah.
But
I'm assuming Boss just doesn't want to mess around with, not having the mana to deal with anything, and
and
just trying to play it safe. I think against this deck that just wants to rip apart your entire game plan.
And to be fair, when it comes to playing against discard-based decks, I've once been told this that if you can keep a keepable 7 against a deck that you know is going to him you, Cabal Therapy, IOK, Thoughtseize, stuff like that, that's worth more than mulliging down to a maybe terrible 6 or a possibly better 6. So, like,
Hmm.
I could see that methodology being kept in play here, especially since there hasn't been a turn one Regisaur or anything like that. You have the time. Pox is
Yeah.
not known for extremely fast kills.
No, not until the dinosaurs come out. But yes, other than that, I mean, yes, Pox is notoriously one of the grindiest, slowest decks. And what are we
And
seeing here? Is that a
Pashalik
Pashalik
Mons.
Mons?
Yeah, so Pashalik Mons being a really good also anti-plague engineer tech actually.
Very
Because
much so.
with Pashalik Mons, who cares if your 1/1s die to Plague Engineer? Because then you could just shoot down the Plague Engineer. Because importantly here, Pashalik Mons says they can deal 1 damage to any target.
That's
So
correct.
something like actually a Pashalik Mons on the field, which is also a 2/2, doesn't die, and you cast a Mog War Marshal into it, and that's 3 damage because it dies, and also the token that it creates again dies.
That's very, very true. Yep. Oh, so
And
we are seeing the Eliminate coming back
yeah,
out. Another one of them Black Rockin' beats.
oh yeah, very very good card to eliminate right away. That card needs to die.
See ya.
Yeah, and Claro, we have a lot of European players in the Discord. I don't know right here in the chat right now. I think we got any European players in the chat. I know Legacy is big in Europe, so
Hmm.
yeah, they got the MKM series out there. They got all those like all the good Legacy GP like GP Prague and GP Bologna, and we're seeing an IOK. Yeah, yeah, Claro, yeah, hell yeah, man. Hang out with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Who,
out, man.
who needs sleep when you got ice cream at 3 a.m. and Legacy?
That's right.
Thanks for the support.
Certainly not this guy.
Oh God, no. And we see a ringleader, and yeah, it looks like the Mogwar Marshal came in off of the Aether
Wow,
Vial, and we
yeah.
see ringleader and Wasteland. So that ringleader is coming down next turn, and ringleader is pretty high up to hit in this matchup. I think
Tensei, yeah, shout outs. Welcome here again, all the way from Dubai. That's really cool, man.
yeah, Tensei, thanks for the love, dog. Thanks for coming out and supporting us. We really appreciate it. And also Tensei, like, great with the another great player in the meta. I've written about him once.
Oh yeah, plays all sorts of awesome blade type decks with combos built in. What a
Oh yeah,
legend.
oh yeah. Cephalid breakfast for days. Oh, we
All
see a
right.
ringleader and a
Mm-hmm.
matron.
Yep, and now the value starts. Try to
Oh,
keep the little
okay.
green men down, and all of a sudden, ringleader comes in and says, I got my homies."
Yep. All right, that's 3 damage coming in off the ringleader, plus the token. And now we're starting to see the game plan enacted here, and Goblins being able to refill and has an end step matron. I think we might actually be able to see because it was a matron, and what else was put into his hand off of the
Was it another
train.
ringleader?
It was a train chain whirler.
Chain
Yeah,
whirler,
that
right?
card is so good. Talk
And
about
so, what do you think
demon
we're
cards
gonna
for
matron
Goblins.
for here? Do you think we're gonna try to go for Muxus?
No, I would definitely go for another ringleader. 100% go
And
for another ringleader.
just keep the engine going.
Just
Yeah.
keep it going. You need to refill your hands against Pox, and right now, if I'm Chairman, I'm begging to try and hit a Thoughtseize or something like that to get rid of the whatchamacallit in his hand.
Oh,
Oh,
we are seeing Liliana though, and Boss is gonna have to deal with that.
yeah, but I don't know. It's just gonna die next turn. Like honestly, it can kill one of the tokens or take down the ringleader down to a 0-1. But with a matron coming, oh, okay, yeah, it's killing a token. With a matron coming
Mm-hmm.
in plus another ringleader, I don't know. I don't think it's
Yeah.
I don't think it's good enough. I think if he had a fast Liliana on like turn 1 or turn 2, that would have
Oh
made a
yeah, that's
difference.
lights out for
But
sure.
stumbling on land drops here, because in this
Yeah,
matchup, what you
unfortunate.
want to do is just tick up, tick up, tick up, and ultimate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Oh, and I mean Chain Whirler, that's really the beats right there, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot Chain Wheeler hits planeswalkers, players and planeswalkers. Oh no, no, it's creatures and planeswalkers your opponents control.
Yep. And then they're just gonna be swinging right into it. I'm sure dealing with that Liliana as fast as possible. You don't want to just leave it there to tick up.
Yeah. Uh, really cool here. So Bass can still go for the matron, pulling up the what's it called to get another ringleader, and then hardcast another ringleader here. No,
Yep.
it's
I'm gonna assume 3 at Lily and 2 to face.
oh
Yep.
yeah. Oh well, 3 at Lily, 3 at face. Ringleaders
Oh yeah, 3 at face. That's right.
chain whirlers 3/3.
You got it.
Oh, looks like Bass might have this one. And oh, Slingling Lieutenant. Hello.
Oh
Okay, so
boy.
now we need to start doing the math here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chapman's dead on next turn. And yeah, that if I'm wastelanding, I'm wastelanding that Cabal pit right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, and as we had said before, Shaman has already been a little stuck on mana anyway, so that's not making anything easier.
Yeah, so Chapman's dead next turn. So he needs a sweeper of some kind, and even Plague Engineer doesn't really do it right now because that drains him for 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it drains him for 3, and then he still dies. Ugh. This is pretty rough for Pox right now. Oh,
Okay,
and
Doomstalker something.
Tombstalker is a blocker, but I still don't think it. I mean, it blocks the Chain Whirler. That stops 3. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Matron gets. What does Matron get? Probably another. Is there another lieutenant? Or is there only
Yes.
one in the deck? Yeah, there's 2 lieutenant. Yeah, just gets another lieutenant, and then you kill. So I still
Yeah.
think Bass has it on this on his next turn. Oh no, gets ringleader. I
I
mean,
mean, but obviously Chaman's just not giving up. Chaman didn't get here into the semifinals by scooping. You know what I
oh
mean?
oh god no. Oh, you can always count on your opponent messing up. That being said, Bass has played this deck a lot. Bass really knows
Yes. Bass is also in the semifinals, so
this
I
deck.
mean,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
not not very likely that he's going to mess up.
Yeah, this is still also just an awesome tight game. We see the difference that play versus draw really does matter in this game.
For sure.
And oof, we see ringleader, trash master, and also gem palm incinerator. And
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's game because he just cycles a gem palm incinerator, kills the tombstalker because tombstalker's only at 5/5,
Yeah.
and just swinging for lethal there.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Yeah, because it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you can just drain for 1. Yeah, I think they're just asking. Yeah, just a couple asking. Yeah, because this is a really unique effect. It was only a part of the Gem Palm cycle in Onslaught block. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
it's Onslaught. Yeah, yeah, the Gem Palm Polluter and the Gem Palm Incinerator. And
classic.
yep, that's game. All right, so we're gonna go to game 3 here, and would you trade up anything in the sideboard from play to draw?
For either of these decks,
Yeah,
no, not necessarily. I think that yeah, they pretty much have their straightforward game plans. You know what they're going to bring in most
you
likely
know
against you, and how to
this
counterplay
is
against that.
this is a haymaker game. This is
Yeah.
I'm gonna slam my haymaker. Can you answer it with your haymaker? And
Yes.
this is pretty great. Yeah, so far both semifinal matches have come to game 3, and that's really awesome to see. Like we like these tight games, and
Oh
it
yeah,
really just shows like what matters is not only your deck knowledge, but like all right, how can you play when you're against the bad matchup? And we saw Chatman stealing that game 1. Like that was really impressive. I mean, him to Torak went a lot of ways there.
for sure.
Yeah, and man, I'm really excited to see how this last game plays out. But if you would like to get involved more with the MTGPL Discord, you can hit !Discord, and it will pull up the invitation, and you can hop on in. And we have all sorts of events going on, weekly events, and from our legacy fight night where we have PvP, pre-Innistrad, against the mods. We have events like full-blown tournaments every single Saturday, and lately been firing 5-round events and having a great time with it all. And of course, we have the league plus the league finals, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's good times for all. Like we have a really fun time on the Discord. We have daily, pretty much weekly comment. And Jason, thanks for the follow.
Hey,
Really
it looks like
appreciate it.
Jason was inspired. Hey, thanks a
Yeah,
lot,
thanks for the
man.
follow.
Welcome.
Yeah. But yeah, we have weekly content that we put out. I write articles for the doctor's office and the legacy checkup. Our homie up above of me, Ivan, puts out our head-to-heads on our YouTube channel, and
Yes,
all these
sir.
VODs are gonna be cut up into individual matches and put on our YouTube channel. So, there's a lot of things. If you like Legacy, we have tons of content for you to enjoy. And it looks like we're starting round 1. All right, Dark Ritual. I always love seeing Pox when it starts with Dark Ritual. What we got?
It doesn't get much better than Dark Rit into engineered
Engineered
play.
play. And there's no answer for this deck in the 75. Red can't deal with enchantments. That sticks, and that can't be gem palmed. That can't be incenter. That can't be munitions expert. It's just gonna stick there.
So what do you think Chaman went ahead and named there with that
Oh,
engineered plague?
100% goblins. 100% goblins.
For sure.
Oh yeah, boom, drop mic. This is okay. So this matchup is now all in. Oh, we see a Thoughtseize.
Oh my goodness. And we have a factory on the board to get the beats going.
Yep.
This is already looking pretty grim. Okay, so they boss did bring in the pithing needle.
Oh, 100% taking Pithing Needle here.
Two lackeys. We have a pile driver, a ringleader,
Yeah.
and two lands.
Pile Driver, importantly here, only a 0-2 with Engineered Plague on here. And honestly, I'm taking the Pithing Needle here because that Pithing Needle, like, I don't know why I didn't play the Pithing Needle on turn 1. I would have 100% just played it on Lily Last Hope just because
Just
that card.
because, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but to be fair, like both of those cards are very good, being Ringleader and also Pile Driver, but both of them are a minute away, and Lackey just you don't care.
Lackey is non-existent due to state-based effects.
Yeah, I think I would take the Pithy Needle. I think I would 100% take the Pithy Needle. Also, Pithy Needle can name Mishra's Factory, so let's see if Chaman sees the same line as I do. Discard minds tend to think alike. Yeah, left coast. I saw that. It's literally goblins running reanimator and reanimate and the what's-call it. There's another like other goblin that was in there. It was really crazy.
No, I didn't see that. That's incredible. Somebody's gonna have to post a link to that.
Yeah. Left coast, find us a link. Okay, yeah, it looks like he took the ringleader. And to be perfectly fair, that's a very solid answer. Like
Yeah, for sure.
ringleader puts him back in the game, finds him answers, stuff like that. Like I really still think though that importantly, just pithing needle is so good in this matchup because let's be real here in Dino Pox, if you don't have your dinosaur, your win condition is lilies. I guess Tombstalker.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
seeing lots of talk and chat about Feed the Swarm. Yeah, that's pretty hype. That card looks really, really good too. To be able to deal with all sorts of stuff, engineered plague and whatnot. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, feed the swarm. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait. This is uh, this is black enchantment removal for black red
More,
reanimator
yeah,
for
definitely
dredge
more black tech. Yeah, beautiful
for
stuff.
mono black. So like now mono black, what's it called? Mono black reanimator has answers to things like Leyline of the Void, and that's great. And
Hmm.
we see a Lily here, which gets to murder the pile driver before it gets pithing needled.
Oh my gosh, that is definitely what I would call a 1-2 punch, right? I mean, engineered plague into Lily. I mean, there's not much goblins is going to be able to do about that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's got the pithing needle, and I
That's
still stand by
yeah.
decision. Yeah, yeah, lone dare. Yeah, definitely an 8 rack would 100% play. And yep, we see the pithing needle, naming Lily Last Hope, and Chaman has no way in the 75 to get rid of the pithing needle.
Hey, Left Coast, thanks a lot for sending that link to us. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Also, shout out to Claro. Oh, of course. Thank you for sending it to me on Discord.
Yeah,
Fissure
you guys
Wizard.
rock.
Fissure Wizard. 2-1. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. That facilitates your reanimates. Hey, oh, a Goblins deck that runs reanimate. I love it. This hits me in a special place.
Oh yeah, send it to me, Doc. I gotta see
Okay.
it. Hook me
Okay.
up. Hook a
I'm
brother
sen-
up.
I'm sending it to you right now. This is spicy and I love it.
Okay, so we are seeing a Jim Palm incinerator cycle. Digging for some answers.
Ivan, I put it in the VC text.
Hey man, you rule.
Yeah, this deck's spicy. Left coast, yeah, we got it, dog. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, the Scalding Tarn was tapped, Charles, because there's an Urborg on the field, so you could just tap it for black mana.
Yeah.
And wait, did that Lily tick up again? It should have ticked up again. Hold on. We need to. Yeah, Lily can't tick up. Yeah, so that Lily should just remain on 4. So sorry, folks. Like this happens, it's one of those things. It's uh oh, did he not play the pithing needle?
No, Blast Zone got rid of the needle.
Oh, Blastone got rid of the needle. Oh, Blastone got rid of the needle. Okay, never mind. Sorry, whew, sorry. I
No
was
problem.
waiting to look at this reanimate goblins list and I just completely lost it. Okay, so
Hey, it
sorry.
happens, man.
Incorrectly stated. Chaman, you do have a way to get rid of Pithy Needle. Now I see why you left it in the deck, in the hand. Mad respect,
Hmm.
dog. Good play. good play. I retract my statement. You have
Oh
correct.
boy. We
Hey,
do see this rotting Regisar just. Oh, and a Tombstalker. Okay. All right.
okay, yeah, we got fatties galore here. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's Dark Ritual, Rotting Regisaur. Yeah, that's oh yeah, that's what 14 12 power on the field. Okay, and the bolt takes out the lily, but like you got 12 power on the field, 5 of it flying. What do you got to answer here?
I guess that remains to be seen, huh?
Oof. Oh wow, that was some fatties on the board. Man, I wonder if Bass has an answer for this. I mean, does pyrokinesis even deal? No, it deals 4 damage.
It's
So
not
it
big enough, no.
can't even take out either one.
No, that's why I was hesitant to think to bring it in, but I mean, like you said, it can hit other things.
I hit plague engineers, but it can't hit engineered plague. And
It certainly
man,
can't.
I mean, I've been playing Legacy for long enough that I remember bringing in engineered plague against like D&T, goblins, stuff like that, because of the fact that that card was so good. And
Yeah,
then now we have plague engineer, which is just asymmetrical and just
yeah.
busted. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, this is gonna be crazy. To see like yeah, because we're also getting the factory in here. Yeah, we're going all in. Boom. Shaman saying, "Hey, here's 14 points of damage. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah. You have to block this Regisar. Deal with it.
5 is in the air. Oh man,
Oh, no.
he's taking it.
Taking it. All right. I mean, playing to win, right? Not playing to not lose.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets like Pashalik Mons and probably a munitions expert or something, or Mog War Marshal, just shoot something down. But that engineer plague is just so strong.
It really is.
But that's the thing; it's a tech that's not being played that much anymore. So like, Goblins is all teched out against plague engineer, but not engineered plague. And to be fair, I think red has 1 piece of enchantment removal.
Yeah, and now it's going to have Feed the Swarm, but
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we do have a Pashalik Mons.
well, that's step one, like you called it. Yep.
Yeah, definitely Pashalik Mons really good in this matchup. And yep,
I mean, but
but
you still have to contest with this flying Tombstalker, though.
yeah, exactly.
Guess we'll see what happens.
Of
Another
course,
Regisar. Okay.
another thick Dino,
The Lost World coming at you.
and yeah, that's lethal.
Sure is.
Yep, and that's lethal, and that's GG's.
Chaman is saying this has flying, so
Yeah, that's GG's. Wow, so Chaman, who got brought down in the semifinals last season, is
wow.
back. Uh, he is coming with a vengeance, and we are going to have Pox versus Rug Delver in the finals. And I'm excited for this one.
Oh, I am so excited.
Like,
Congratulations to Chaman, man.
oh yeah,
Stuff.
going straight to the semis and just straight to the finals. And Bass, like, sorry man, it happens. No one expects the Engineer Plague. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. But
Yeah,
we're
and I mean, you did come out and you did some great work, man. Good, congrats making it into the semis for sure.
oh yeah. And so we're gonna take a short break, get the third match set up for y'all, and see you in just a little bit.
We'll see you in the finals, folks.